Oprah once said, if you empower women, you can change the world. Welcome to Beauty Superstars Talk, your backstage pass to experts in beauty. My name is Mickey Wright, and I'm your host and salon business coach with beautysuperstars.com, helping hairstylists raise their prices and charge what they're worth. Today, we have a really special edition of the show. Each and every week, I get to meet with the best and brightest Black beauty bosses who are doing amazing things in the beauty industry. They share their stories and drop nuggets to help us become better beauty pros and better entrepreneurs. This is actually more than a podcast, it's a movement. We're here to celebrate Black excellence, encourage entrepreneurship, preserve our history, and bring healing to our industry. And when we think of beauty, it's not long before we think of health and wellness. When we feel good, we look good. And when we look good, we feel better. So today I'm excited to be joined by three phenomenal people who are joining forces for a fabulous cause and to make the world a more beautiful and healthier place. So we're here to share with you a special launch and an opportunity for you to join us as well. So I want to welcome back Dr. Katie Catalan, and she is actually the president of the longest running organization that is committed to supporting Black cosmetologists, barbers, and all other beauty professionals. The organization is NBCL, the National Beauty Culturists League, that was founded around the time of Madam C.J. Walker. So I'm excited to have her here today. And joining us, we also have Lafayette Jones, who is a marketing expert, CEO of SMSI, Urban Call Marketing, and also has a new position, which we'll find out more about as well. And we have, for the first time, Damon Crump. He's a U.S. Navy veteran, husband, father, and entrepreneur at heart, and he is actually the founder and CEO of Rain Feminine Hygiene Products. So we are definitely looking forward to hearing from each of them. I'm going to start with Dr. Catalan.
The National Beauty Culturists League was organized on October 1st, 1919. And we have this beautiful building located at 25 Logan Circle, Northwest in Washington, D.C. And we need to save that building. The National Beauty Culturists League is the only organization of its type in the entire globe. So it is precious to us. And I want everyone to know that we're going to try to do all we can to preserve the building. It's in a prime real estate area in Washington, D.C. And to my understanding, we are the only African Americans with a building on that circle. So we want to save the building. We've been there a long time. And it bothers me when I think about how the pioneers worked so hard with the nickel and dime gleaners to get that building. So I want us to do all we can and get people to help us to preserve that building. We have so much in common with everybody out there because we need each other. We cannot do it alone. So everybody in the beauty profession, please come aboard and help us save 25 Logan Circle. We need your help.
Yeah, it's like that is definitely fabulous to have owned a building for, what is that, about 75 years. And it's like we definitely want to do everything possible to make sure that that is definitely a part of our continued history as well as our legacy. And tell us what happens in that particular building.
In the building, we have a sorority room because we have a sorority and a fraternity. We have classes. It's known as the Institute of Cosmetology, where those that are licensed can study under the Institute of Cosmetology with our professors, where they get professional degrees. And we are so excited about the professors that come in from the different universities and colleges to teach the students when they come to us. We were not able to have on-site classes from 20 and 21 because of COVID-19. We did it virtual. And they were so excited that they continued the curriculum that we did have prepared for them. So we are excited about that, and we want to get to the place where we can do the same thing and preparing for 2022 also.
Okay, wow. Well, that's fabulous. It's like we definitely have to stay rooted in education. It's like if we're going to advance as beauty professionals. And so I think it's so key that we.
And I do want to add something. We have a Hall of Fame room where our pioneers' pictures are in that room. We have Dr. Lafayette Jones' picture in that room. We have Joe Dudley and Mrs. Dudley's picture in that room. We have Mr. and Mrs. Nathaniel Bronner's picture in that room. And we have Madam C.J. Walker's picture, Anna Malone, Sarah Spencer Washington, and our pioneers' pictures are in that Hall of Fame room. And when you go in there, you're going to be surprised when you walk in on that first floor And you see the layout that we have there. We're so proud of that. We are proud. We're going into our 102nd year now.
Wow.
And that's amazing. So
Absolutely.
we need the help to save 25 Logan Circle. We want the legacy to continue. We want it to be perpetual.
I think there's a new website. Is that correct?
Yes, and it is save25logancircle.com. And I'm
Awesome.
going to say it very carefully and slowly. Please write it down, pencil or pen. Save25logancircle.com.
First of all, I'm a big history buff, and I had a chance. I saw it on Netflix, the story of Madam C.J. Walker, and to know that indirectly you can tie to the legacy that this young lady started is amazing for me. It's a no-brainer. We are in our hands are raised high to say, hey, what do we need to do? Because saving that building would definitely be important for the legacy that she left and what she went through to put together what she did. So for me, guys, I count it an honor and a pleasure that we were tapped on the shoulder to be a part of this with you all. Well, in terms of rain, we definitely want to say that, we are very proud of being one of the only 100% black owned companies in the world, because a lot of these other companies out there, people don't know they have investors and different individuals. Everybody with us is black. And, that's important to us in reference as we've been moving forward, just to give people an idea of the success as well. We're one of the only graphene companies in the world, too, that's African American, because graphene is a Nobel Prize winning material. And I'll tell you, man, people thought we were crazy. Like, you're going to put a Nobel Prize winning material in a sanitary napkin and a panty liner. But here's what they underestimated, Miss Mickey. They didn't understand the importance of women's health. And when we did that, we didn't cut any costs. We wanted to do it right because we understood the attributes of graphene being inside our sanitary napkins and panty liners. And to know, just for example, right here in the United States alone, there are 600,000 hysterectomies that's done every year on average here in the U.S. The majority of them are African American women. And one of the main reasons, and I'm talking to some medical advisors that we seek counsel with, they're sharing with us is the toxicity of the tampons and the sanitary napkins that's on the shelf. So for us to have a non-toxic product for these ladies, something that can keep them comfortable and dry for our young girls and our women, it truly has been a blessing for us. We've been having great success with it. We launched the company on June 1st, 2019, and to date, on a $6 product, we're closing in on $10 million in revenue with a $6 product. And I mean, we still haven't really hit social media hard. A lot of this has been word of mouth. Just so you also know our legitimacy, we're National Veteran Owned Business Association certified because I am a veteran. We're also a Better Business Bureau accredited with an A+ rating. We're certified through the National Minority Supplier Development Council. We have that certification. We are FDA registered, even though we're not required to be, because sanitary napkins and panty liners are unregulated. But we went the extra step anyway and got registered. And we're also SAM registered, System for Awards Management, with the United States government, meaning they have vetted our company to where we can bid on federal contracts. We have a cage code number. So these are some of the things showing individuals that we're not here to play, we're here to stay. We are here to stay as a company. We mean business and getting our market share of, those billions that Mr. Lafayette Jones spoke about, because we know it's there. We want to do it right. We make sure that our infrastructure is in place, and we are excited about save25logancircle.com. Please make sure that you guys are making note of that, because this is going to be a very, very important campaign for the legacy of the NBCL.
You know that in Washington, D.C., there's been a population shift, and more African Americans have moved out of the city than moved in. And so where that building is all mansions. Mm-hmm. And many of them are no longer owned by people who live in the community, but not this building. They've maintained the taxes on this building, which has been difficult. The building is worth $1 million. So I'm just kind of put it in a class by itself. Mm-hmm. I know of no other organization that is, and I'm not talking about private, I'm talking about a 501c3 or 6,
Six.
6 that owns $1 million business and has maintained it as a part of their property acquisition since 1947.
Wow.
Now, here is the challenge. For the last 2 years of COVID, NBCL has not been able to hold its normal week-long convention where they provide the education. They're doing it online, but the revenue streams are different. And so that about 80% of their revenue is derived from that week show where they have hundreds of people who show up for education and for their trade show and other things. So they've had a revenue impact. Not only them, a lot of people have had challenges in the beauty industry, cosmetologists in particular. So Dr. Catalan called me on the phone, and I've been trying to do whatever Sandy, my wife, and I could do for a long time, and said, I need some help. And y'all supposed to be marketing experts. You're supposed to know a lot of people. You need to come help us. So I spoke to my wife, Sandy, about it, and she says, what does she want you to do? And I said, help save 25 Logan Square by raising some funds. And so Dr. Catalan appointed Sandy and I as co-chairs of the NBCL Foundation Fund Development and its marketing outreach campaign, which starts with you, Mickey Wright, on this show. That's why I called you up and said, please help us. And we thank you so much for being open to letting us be a part of your show and tell the NBCL story and why we need not only just cosmetologists and companies in the U.S. We need help from all over the world. This is $1 million building, and it stands it's the foundation of our beauty business.
Hi, my name is Demond Crump. I'm the CEO and founder of Jewel Sanitary Napkins LLC, which is home of the actual famous Rain pads, because our slogan says it all. Finally, her feminine flow has met its match. Someone thought you were special enough to invite you to this video, and I know even if you're a man, why would I be looking at a presentation on a sanitary napkin? Even me being a man myself. And what is a man doing talking about this? Well, we're going to show you why. When I saw this, I was blown away, because remember, I'm a husband as well as a father, and there are women in my life that I love and I care about. And now to know that there's a better alternative for them to use on a monthly basis, it just made sense for me to take it to the next level and be in the business. What I'm going to do is, we've discovered that the average female, while they're on their cycles, they give off between changes between 15 and 50 milliliters throughout the day. So what I'm going to do for you guys is, I'm going to literally go to the top end, and I'm going to pour this entire 50 milliliters of water into this pad. This is very important. I need you to see this. This right here is where I begin to get blown away as a man. Hey, as a man, I know you're not interested. I wasn't interested. Didn't want to see it. Why am I in this meeting? But when I saw what I saw, I was totally, totally impressed. Now, I want you to see all the water is gone. The reason why this is important is because we've discovered that many females have challenges. Watch this. Because they're wet. When you are wet, you have that moisture. You have bacteria during that time of month. Your body temperature is 98.6, 98.7 degrees. That's a recipe for disaster. It leads to things like yeast infections and urinary tract infections, and also long-term damages. We're not saying that our product, or making any medical claims towards our product. That's not what we're doing. We're saying what we've been educated about on how these things happen because of the chemicalization of other tampons and pads that women are using out there. Now, what we want to do is, we're taking this red napkin here, as you guys can see, right? We took the pad, poured 50 milliliters on it. I'm going to just apply some pressure here. I want you guys to see that I'm pressing. So you literally can see, this is why we got excited, because this is what we came up with. When I saw this, I could not believe what I was looking at. When I saw how dry the napkin was, I was blown away. But now I want to go a step further. I'm going to take a cup of water that's more than halfway full, but I want you all to remember, we've already poured 50 milliliters into this actual pad. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the entire absorbency system of this pad out, right? So I'm going to take the entire middle part out. As y'all can see, I'm also a professional at tearing these pads up as well. So I'm going to take this. I'm now going to drop it inside of this cup of water here. This is important for you to see, okay? Now, one thing that I'm going to do in the meantime is I want to tell you guys about our graphene. Graphene is a Nobel Prize winning material that we've literally infused into all of our products. As you can see, our products are over here. We have our panty liners with the wings. That's our white pack. We have our green pack, which is our panty liners without wings. We have our heavy flow pads. We have our moderate to light flow pads. And we have our super heavy flow pads over here. Our Wakandas is what they're being called because they're so amazing. Now, what I want to do is remember, I just poured 50 milliliters onto the pad, took the absorbency system out, put it in a cup of water that was halfway full. I really have a question for the audience out there. I need you to tell me what happened to the water. Literally, guys, we have taken this cup of water and turned it to a gel because our rain pads, it literally helps keep women comfortable and dry. And also we found out that when women on their cycle, their body is running a lot hotter than normal. So what we wanted to do was create a process that also cools you off in the process. How many of you ladies can use that in the summertime? Think about it, ladies. And now what I want to do is demonstrate the power of graphene before we close out. Graphene is a Nobel Prize winning material. Graphene was discovered in 2004. The gentleman that won the Nobel Prize, they were awarded the Nobel Prize in 2010. The benefits of graphene, it's a 99.9% bacteria killer. That's a fact. You can research it. Literally, a bacteria and a graphene atom can't coexist because it splices it in half whenever it gets in the way. But also, graphene contains what's called vibrational energy, positive electrons. One of the benefits of that graphene is women have been testifying to us. It helps with the smell, the aroma that women deal with during that time of month. It also helps with their cramp. And this is what they're telling us. We don't make any medical claims. That's not what we say in our product do, because different women will have different results. We're explaining what we are being told. We're being told that their cycle is being shortened. Where they were 7 to 10 days, some are down to 2 to 3 days now on their cycle. Because why? The chemicalization is not there. And the fact of the absorbency and the phenomenal graphene that we have. So I'm going to demonstrate the positive electrons and the vibrational energy. As you can see, the chip that's inside the actual infusion that's inside of all of our pads. Guess what, guys? It's not electrocuting me. Nothing is wrong. Nothing's happening. I got the light bulb in my hand. It's not illuminated. It's not lit. But the minute this light bulb, the 7-watt light bulb, this is a 7-watt light bulb now, not a 40 or 60 watt. The minute it senses any type of energy, it would illuminate. And that's what the graphene is doing. Hey guys, we're still not done with graphene. I know you saw some amazing things, but here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take this cup of water here, right? Literally. And I'm going to take iodine. That's right. I say it iodine. I want you guys to see this. I'm going to put 4 drops of iodine in the water. 1, 2, 3, hold on, 3, 4, right? And as you can see, the water is gold. It's turned brown. I'll stir it to make sure you see there's no tricks. I'm going to actually take a strip out of our panty liners here. I'm going to drop in the water and I'm going to begin to circulate it. And as you can see, the water is totally clear. The power of graphene. Guess what we want you to know? Graphene is going to be used to purify water here real soon because of the amazing benefits that graphene possess. Having this with you on a monthly basis is totally amazing to your bodies, ladies. So once again, we want you to visit and take a look at our rain pads. Find how you can get your hands on them with an individual out there to be able to use our rain sanitary napkins. But also, we want to say to you, as our slogan states, finally, her feminine flow has met its match. Ladies, you don't have to be uncomfortable anymore during that time of month.
Fundraising with Rain sanitary napkins is a lucrative opportunity for your organization and a healthy choice for the families that support your mission. With the collaboration of the Justice for My Jewel campaign, JFMJ.org, which sheds light on the silent suffering females have endured because of the chemical and inferior makeup of the tampons and sanitary napkins made available to them. The campaign has become the voice of the silent suffering, and Rain has become the healthier alternative. Rain sanitary napkins contain Nobel Prize-winning material graphene, 10 times more absorbency, and 8 layers of protection. Rain products include panty liners, moderate flow, heavy flow, and super heavy flow. All products will be sold for $10 per pack. $3 from every pack sold will be given to the organization. The Lifestyle Pack includes 5 products for $45. $10 earned from every Lifestyle Pack sold will be given to the organization. With the recurring monthly use of Rain pads, the profit margins are staggering. You have heard enough about Rain. Now let us show you why Rain is the product of choice for women that have had their Rain experience.
And by comparison, the black hair care industry is about 25 billion, with a B in size. And we have another category that's feminine hygiene care. It's about 20 billion. In particular, I'm talking about women's sanitary napkins and related products are about $20 billion in size. Now, why am I giving you these two comparisons? Because we found that the opportunity to help or assist NBCL in its growth is to partner as one of our fundraising arms with an African-American company. It's only one of 2 in the US that is fishing on that lake, that $20 billion lake. Long time ago, I was watching television late at night and a guy came on the telephone. This is what he came on the television. This is what he said. You know, the way you catch big fish, you have to fish in the lake with a lot of big fish in it. Sounds pretty reasonable to me. Both these categories are what we consider in the marketing business large lakes. And what that means is that they've got big fish in them and big opportunities. Yet one of those lakes, the feminine hygiene category, is dominated by 3 players, and they're corporates. One is Kimberly-Clark, another is Procter & Gamble, and another is J&J or Johnson & Johnson. And they pretty much have ruled that category with not a lot of new competition, and certainly none from Black-owned companies. December 14th, just a few weeks ago, there was an article about Black women and their hair. Big article. Gets in the New York Times, it must be important. And it talked about the growth of this category and what is happening. Now, there may be 300, 350 competitors in that side, in that particular element of the business. Rain that we brought to the table or came to the table is primarily sold through multi-level marketing, and they have other systems. About 35% of their business is among white women, Pennsylvania, Amish, and believe this or not, they've grown themselves from 0 to $10 million in 3 years. Now, Rain has about 4,000 distributors on the street. About 500 of them are active, meaning they're in it every day. And what's remarkable about it is that they have a superior product. It's not remarkable to have a superior product. It's that so far, the only people who are making big headway in the business are the corporates. Great packaging. These sisters and brothers raised $27,000 with nickels, dimes, and quarters. Now, why should we give that building away? And it's appreciated that. So I say that there's strength in unity. I say that we can work together to make sure that this stays in our family and our legacy, and that it is there in perpetuity. The hallmarks of successful businesses on a minority side, they're always family driven. And whether it's the Dudleys or the John Johnson's family, Ebony Jet Fashion Fair, or it's John Johnson Products with George Johnson and Joan Johnson, and Eric Johnson and their children. Whether it's the Bronners in Atlanta and their 5 sons, and now I think there's 30 of them now, that are in their late teens and early 20s. These are legacies. So this is how you build a company. It starts within the family. The children learn how to do the products at home. Now, this is a product they can't do at home because it's a manufactured product under some high specifications, certain kind of cotton and so forth. You can take my word. You can do better than take my word, but I'll tell you why you can do better. When I ordered these products and saw the packaging come in the door, I took it to my wife and said, "You wouldn't believe this. These are no joke people who are delivering a product on time, well packaged, superior product demonstration, and can compete with anyone." And that's what you want to have. You just can't run around and say, "Well, we got a Black-owned company." What you have to say is, we have a Black family-owned company that produces superior products. That's the winning combination from the marketer's point of view. So that's why I'm excited about it. So I started looking around as a marketer would do. Where are some examples where people have done this something similar? Well, the Girl Scout cookies are 100 years old now. But believe it or not, last year, 2 years ago now, in 2020, they did $800 million worth of cookies, 800 million, and they sold 200 million boxes of cookies. Now, I can tell you that my family is responsible for about 10 of those boxes. I only like certain ones, but what do we do with the rest of the cookies we get? We give them to other people because we want to support the Girl Scouts, just like people want to support NBCL. And so this 100-year-old Girl Scout cookies, they outsell Milano and Oreo and Chips Ahoy, etc., as you can see below, in their annual sales. So the business of what is called cause-related marketing is a big one. So that's our idol. You know, Mr. Johnson, John Johnson used to say to me when I worked for him for many years, he's the Ebony Jet fashion fair guy who turned $500 into $500 million. So, you know, you can win if you can sing a better song, if you can do something better than someone else. And I must tell you that Rain has superior products and superior delivery. This is the heart of the marketing plan. That's how we're going to raise $30,000, and our target is $30,000 this year, 2022. And here's how we're going to do it. The cost of each pack is $10. By pack, I'm talking about the pack of, in this case, sanitary napkins. They come in 5 different styles. And they come in 5 different styles. It sells for $10 a pack. Rain, we pay Rain $5 because nothing is free. So they have to get paid. And then the NBCL share is $3 a pack or $30,000. That's the target. We want to deliver $30,000 in the next 12 months, and that'll go a long ways toward getting ready for those taxes and anything else that has to be done. It could be everything from roof repair, replacement furniture, tax payments, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the Rain distributors are the people who have signed up to be in the program. You could be one of those. Will receive $2 a pack. Now, we think we're going to do that with 6 organizations who tied in. Mr. Smith, how many organizations have joined us in the last 2 weeks to help?
We have 24.
Thank you. So we've gone from 6 to 24. Now, Mr. Smith, can you tell us what that means to be a Rain distributor?
Yeah, Rain distributor, you're an ambassador with us, making women aware that we have a superior product that will keep them comfortable and dry. It's $50 a year. We ask you to be on auto ship, which is 5 packs a month. You can use your packs in your own house, or we can help you to make samples and send those samples out to other people. When you first come on, we have a superior What's Next training program so that you'll know what to do step by step. We also have a welcome center, which you can basically go and it will fill in the holes. And then you get us. I am available pretty much 24/7 if you have questions to help you to learn your product. Thank you.
So in year one, we expect to raise 30,000 with just 6 distributors. Now we have 24 will come and join us. First of all, because we have a superior product. More important than that is the cause is right. You know, we do well by helping other people, and you and your organization, whether you're a state chapter, a local chapter, or if you're X, Y, and Z organization, and you can earn $2 a pack for your organization while helping us reach our goal. In year two, we're going to grow that by 5 times its size to 50,000 packs. And if you go to the NBCL, we should be able to deliver $150,000 that year. In year three, we expect to do 4 times as much, 200,000. This is called volume projection, and the NBCL share could reach as high as 600,000. The point that we're making is that we found something that has a high user group already. 100 million women in America who are menstruating 7 to 10 days a month for 30 or 40 years and using the same products. And we can deliver a competitive product that's competitively priced, that's superior, in my opinion, or worst case, it's equal. That isn't too hard. Now, this 60,000 pack that's below for the RAIN campaign experience, they've done something similar before where they sold 60,000 packs, and they were independent operations. This group we're doing now is a heavyweight marketing program and a big lift.
By combining our media resources, the different companies, we're actually able to reach 8,000 people through email blast. And our social media combined is around 50,000. Actually, it's going to be more because we didn't add the other 24 people that came on board. We also have a streaming TV channel on Exposure TV Network, where we're actually able to reach 165 million viewers in 128 countries. And then
tell us more about Roku and the streaming TV that you pioneered for us this year. What that means.
Yeah, anyone that has Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, or Apple TV, and a lot of people are moving to that direction because it's a lot cheaper than cable. You can go to Best Buy and get a Roku stick or Amazon Fire Stick for about $40, and there's no monthly fee. After that, you do have to have internet access. But I think another big part of it is that it's available on any mobile device. So any smartphone, any tablet, you can download the Exposure app, and we're already on there. So it just gives us a wide range of ways to reach literally anyone in the world with our
right. And we
message.
haven't even turned on our public service announcements and so forth that I do. This is just part of the market plan. Mr. Smith, tell us about what we have in front of us, please.
One of the 3 amigos, Miriam Foster, designed this product so that when we were going out doing live presentations, she was able to put one of each sample in its bag. So there's one of the moderates, one of the heavy, one of the panty shields, one of the panty liners, and one of the supers. And then on the back, she's able to put a description of how the product is made and the ingredients in the product. And then also you have the QR code for each distributor that wants to use these as a sample. We can put that person's QR code, or for this project, we're putting the NBCL QR code there at the bottom.
And the bottom line is this company, RAIN, 6-star, and its products, we have some of the finest marketing materials there are. And all of them are virtual business cards, websites. Mr. Davies and his technology crew and RAIN have brought the finest tools for us to use, and we can bootstrap our way into this. And that's what we're counting on and why we're asking you to come to us.
National Beauty Culturists League was organized on October 1st, 1919. And we have this beautiful building located at 25 Logan Circle, Northwest in Washington, D.C. And we need to save that building. The National Beauty Culturists League is the only organization of its type in the entire globe. So it is precious to us. And I want everyone to know that we're going to try to do all we can to preserve the building. It's in a prime real estate area in Washington, D.C. And to my understanding, we are the only African Americans with a building on that circle. So we want to save the building. We've been there a long time. And it bothers me when I think about how the pioneers worked so hard with the nickel and dime gleaners to get that building. So I want us to do all we can and get people to help us to preserve that building. We have so much in common with everybody out there because we need each other. We cannot do it alone. So everybody in the beauty profession, please come aboard and help us save 25 Logan Circle. We need your help.
Yeah, it's like that is definitely fabulous to have owned a building for, what is that, about 75 years. And it's like we definitely want to do everything possible to make sure that that is definitely a part of our continued history as well as our legacy. And tell us what happens in that particular building.
And in the building, we have a sorority room because we have a sorority and a fraternity. We have classes. It's known as the Institute of Cosmetology, where those that are licensed can study under the Institute of Cosmetology with our professors, where they get professional degrees. And we are so excited about the professors that come in from the different universities and colleges to teach the students when they come to us. We were not able to have on-site classes from 20 and 21 because of COVID-19. We did it virtual. And they were so excited that they continued the curriculum that we did have prepared for them. So we are excited about that, and we want to get to the place where we can do the same thing and preparing for 2022 also.
Okay, wow. Well, that's fabulous. It's like we definitely have to stay rooted in education. It's like if we're going to advance as beauty professionals. And so I think it's so key that we.
And I do want to add something. We have a Hall of Fame room where our pioneers' pictures are in that room. We have Dr. Lafayette Jones' picture in that room. We have Joe Dudley and Mrs. Dudley's picture in that room. We have Mr. and Mrs. Nathaniel Bronner's picture in that room. And we have Madam C.J. Walker's picture, Anna Malone, Sarah Spencer Washington, and our pioneers' pictures are in that Hall of Fame room. And when you go in there, you're going to be surprised when you walk in on that first floor and you see the layout that we have there. We're so proud of that. We are proud. We're going into our 102nd year now.
Wow.
And that's amazing. So we need the help to save 25 Logan Circle. We want the legacy to continue. We want it to be perpetual.
I think there's a new website. Is that correct?
Yes, and it is save25logancircle.com. And I'm going to say it very carefully and slowly. Please write it down, pencil or pen. Save25logancircle.com.
Watching them manage a small landscaping and snow removal business in Buffalo, New York, CEO of SMSI Urban Call Marketing and Urban Call publisher Lafayette Glenn Jones credits his parents with his own entrepreneurial drive. An Omega Psi Phi fraternity member, Jones received his BA degree from Fisk University, attended Howard Law School and executive management programs at Dartmouth College's Amos Tuck and Stanford University Schools of Business. He is a Prince Hall 33-degree Mason and a marketing icon who worked for Procter & Gamble, was a marketing executive for Unilever, General Mills, Pillsbury, and Kraft General Foods companies, was named Vice President of Marketing and Sales at Chicago minority-owned powerhouses Johnson Publishing Company and Johnson Products Company. In the $7 billion multicultural beauty category, he allied 30 ethnic health and beauty care industry competitors to create the American Health and Beauty Aids Institute and form the Proud Lady Silhouette. Simultaneously, he founded Smith, Jones & Associates, serving as CEO of the Multicultural Association management firm, an affiliate of Smith, Buckland & Associates. As founder of the faith-based Goler Community Development Corporation, Mr. Jones helped to revitalize an African-American historic district into a $250 million mixed residential and commercial use development in downtown Winston-Salem. The Winston-Salem Chronicle Black Community Weekly named him Man of the Year, and the Triad Business Journal one of the top 80 most influential in the Triad. He has been quoted in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Drugstore News, Beauty Times, and various publications for the past 40 years. Mr. Jones celebrates being married to his life and business partner for the past 35 years, Miss Sandra Miller Jones, a Winston-Salem native and the first African-American woman to be awarded an MBA from Northwestern Kellogg School of Business. And finally, if you're a popcorn lover like me, you can thank Mr. Jones for creating the highly successful Orville Redenbacher gourmet popping corn strategy. And raise your hand if you remember this hunt strategy, also created by Mr. Jones. A sandwich is a sandwich, but a manwich is a meal. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the unforgettable Mr. Lafayette G. Jones.
We as a people have had to overcome slavery and secondly obtain our civil rights. But the third piece is economic equality. And I'm convinced that we can only achieve economic equality through entrepreneurship with the use of technology. My name is Jimmy Davies, and that is why I created the Every.Black website for entrepreneurs. So visit us today at www.every.black, every.black. Learn about entrepreneurship and be on your way to financial freedom. Just go to every.black, every.black. No .com, no .net. Just every.black. .black is the new .com.
Success leaves clues, and the beauty industry is no exception. Welcome to Beauty Superstars Talk, your backstage pass to experts in beauty. My name is Mickey Wright, and I'm a salon business coach with BeautySuperstars.com. With over 3 decades of experience, I help hairstylists go from struggling to superstar. As host of Beauty Superstars Talk, each and every week I have the privilege to interview Black beauty bosses who are doing amazing things in the beauty industry. We give voice to their stories, celebrate their excellence while they drop nuggets to help us become better beauty pros as well as better entrepreneurs. More than a podcast, this is a movement to encourage Black excellence, entrepreneurship, to preserve our history, and also to bring healing to the beauty industry. It's been said, if you want to be the best, you have to hang out with the best. As someone who went from struggling stylist to winning awards, to becoming an educator and owner of one of the 200 fastest growing salons in the country, I am committed to bringing you the tips, tricks, and secrets of success from the best the beauty industry has to offer. If you love beauty, business, and peeking backstage like I do, I invite you to visit BeautySuperstars.com and sign up to be notified for our next masterclass on YouTube, or to follow us at Beauty Superstars Talk on your favorite podcast stations such as Apple, Spotify, or Pandora. With more than 80 interviews, including new up-and-coming artists, living legends, and celebrity hair and makeup pros, you won't want to miss an episode. So again, this is Mickey Wright. And as always, I encourage you to keep reaching for the stars.